Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rollin Field. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we have the Loyola Rams and Breakers hosting the Corvallis Blue Devils. It's ladies first today for prep soccer, the last prep regular season game for both of these teams, as the teams are getting fired up on the field. Hard-fought battle. The last time these two teams were on the field against each other in Corvallis. And it all comes down to today. Breakers playing very well, but with some things changing on the field, or in the conference. Comes down to mathematical equations. And there's the start with the whistle. And we are underway here at Rollin Field. Corvallis trying to press the ball right out of the gate. And it's Kopang to come up with it. Kopang will send it ahead, and Lainey Walker on the run right away with the threat. She's going to turn it back inside, and Walker's going to take a left-footed shot off the hands of the keeper. And this one's booted back into the zone. We'll have another drop kick coming. And this one's going to come out to midfield. Emma Daniel working it. Now it's Lechner up the far side. And Corvallis will turn the ball. Fed up and fighting for it is Emma Daniel, and she gets control. Feeds it ahead to Kopang, and Corvallis will get a touch on it. Huffman there working it, and now it's Kopang on the run on the near sideline. Kopang with a touch to herself, and then turning the ball back inside. She's going to take a right-footed shot. That one's going to get wide of the goal, and a goal kick coming now for...
Nice try by Sydney Kopang.
Corvallis. Low kick, and Walker will pick it up. Feeds it into Kopang. Kopang on the run. She's got one to beat, and the defender is there. Turning the ball back the other direction, and it's out of bounds. Huffman will pick it up and have the throw in very quickly. And the deflection picked up by Corvallis. Back out, and Corvallis will get the throw in this time. Here's the throw in. Corvallis with good control. Walker working it, and Corvallis will win the battle. Worked in the middle of the field. McKenna Round with a good stop. And Von Dorsten sets it to Walker. Walker with a good cut inside. She's got two on and gets by one of them. On the run now. And Huffman sends it into the box. Kopang is there, but it's picked up by the keeper. I want to say that that's Michaela King that's in the keep. No number. She is number 9 on the field. And Corvallis now on the run. Centered, and Walker will chase it down. Huffman with a touch first. And now Corvallis will send it into the breaker end of the zone. So Loyola with the throw in on the far side. And Corvallis smartly with a touch out of bounds. Not enough can be said about using the 12th man, which is the sideline. Corvallis trying to work it, and there's McKenna Round with a touch. Walker steps in, and Round will get the rebound. Now to the near side. Huffman will chase it down, and Huffman will go down. This is going to be a whistle, and it looks like a free kick will be coming for the Breakers. Sydney Kopang to take the kick. And she's going to put that one down the near sideline to Huffman. Huffman's going to try to chase it down, but this one's going to get to the end line, and a goal kick coming for Corvallis. So the Breakers putting pressure on early. Loyola Rams football program coming up with a big win last night over Anaconda. Here's the push by Corvallis, and it's touched out of bounds. Von Dorsten will have the throw-in. Moisture today, so Von Dorsten's going to go ahead and clean the ball off before she has the throw-in. Little grip. Trying to go to Walker in the middle of the field, but Corvallis with the header. Emma Daniel comes up with it. It is Kirkland in the goal, as I see King on the field. This Walker has taken off the ball. Huffman steps in on the pass. Feeds it to Kopang, just a little too much on the touch. And Corvallis will control space as Kopang challenges. Inadvertent handball. Kopang has the ball taken off the foot. Now it's up the near sideline. Huffman is there to challenge. And these Breakers have really come on here in the later part of the season, as McKenna Round's going to pick this one up. And they played well from the beginning, but getting in and working so well with each other throughout the season, they've improved a great deal. This one's Dahl who's going to send it up the field. Kopang has it deflected off the shin, and we get a whistle. And I believe we're going to have a free kick coming for the Breakers, and that's the direction the official in the middle of the field points. So Lainey Walker to take this free kick. She's going to send it into the box, and this one's going to get by the keeper. Goal kick coming.
Goal kick Corvallis.
For Corvallis. Substitution coming for the Blue Devils. Actually, they're just having on-field rotations. Kopang's going to pick up the deflection. It's fed ahead to Huffman. Huffman's going to go ahead and put it into the box, and this one's going to be wide. Goal kick coming for the Blue Devils. And Corvallis trying to win the battle, keeping it inbounds. It's going to roll up the far sideline. And Dahl's going to turn it. Round steps in as a Corvallis player steps up. And Emma Daniel turns it. Now it's Lechner. Lechner to push it up. Lechner feeds it upfield, and it's Bomas. Bomas there to challenge. And Corvallis will drop it. Here's the boom, and Emma Daniel says, nope, we're going to keep it on this end. and knocks it back down the line. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast about the situation with the conference, as Emma Daniels is going to take this one off the foot, feeds it ahead to Bombas. Bombas with a touch, and Kopang will control. Kopang with a good turn. And now Corvallis will send it up, and Huffman says, "No, let's stall this run out." Kicks it out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw in. But Hamilton put one on this week, scoring 15 goals, the 15-1 win. And as far as points go, that really changes things in the standings. That sends two types of messages, as Corvallis sends this one back, and now it's picked up. And Bombas is going to go ahead, and Dahl is actually the one with it. Chased down on the far side. Whitney Weish is there. Weish battles for it. And McDaniel kicks it to the sideline, but recovered by Corvallis, and now it's sent ahead. Corvallis with a run. And this is the deepest that they've been in the Breakers zone today. So Corvallis with the throw in on the far sideline. Loyola stacking the box with red jerseys. That 15-1 win for Hamilton sends two messages. One, as this one's kicked out of bounds, and we have our first corner kick of the game. One, that 15-1 win says that Hamilton means business, putting up 15-1. Secondly, it also means great changes as far as point schemes go. Here's one off of the upright, and this will be a goal kick for the Breakers. Some of the Corvallis fans thinking that
hit the yellow crossbar. Close though.
But it hit the crossbar, and the football crossbar is considered out of bounds. So if there's a deflection off of there, it's considered out of bounds. And McKenna around with a good foot to send it to midfield. Track down. Bombas is trying to run up on it. And Corvallis with a touch. They're going to turn it back upfield, and it's going to roll to the sideline. Huffman with a good drop, and it's Van Dorsten. McKenna around, and Corvallis sends it back into the zone. Weish with it on the far side.
Nice solid defensive play by the Breakers.
Looks like Loyola will have the throw in. Huffman with a touch down the sideline, and it's going to be ran on by Bombs. Lechner steps in, out of bounds, deflection, and it's going to be a Loyola throw in. Kopang's going to go ahead and take the throw. Good chest stall by Walker, who drops it back to Kopang. Kopang feeds it ahead, and it's picked up by Corvallis. Corvallis sends it ahead. On the run is Madison Henry. Henry feeds it ahead, and Von Dorsten says, now we're going to send this back into the Corvallis zone. Corvallis, though, fighting tough for it. Spin off the ball, now fed ahead. Grace Daniel gets a touch on it. Now the near side. Michaela King with a touch out of bounds, and it'll be a Loyola throw-in. Substitutions coming in for the Breakers. Lechner's going to come off, as well as Bombas. That'll bring Amelia Craig in, as well as Isabella Johnston. Ready for the throw. Huffman's going to have a good throw to Emma Daniel, but Corvallis is there to challenge. And stepping up, McKenna Round now on the defensive side. Sent out of bounds.
Good job by McKenna Round.
And Corvallis will have the throw in on the near side. Trying to throw it into the box. Emma Daniel is there, feeds it ahead to Kopang, but too much on the touch, and it's picked up by Francis Carrasco. And Corvallis is going to turn it. Trying to feed it ahead. And Walker fights for it and comes up with it so that it is a breaker throw-in. Just about 15 minutes past here in the first period. Loyola Rams will be playing at 1 o'clock against the Corvallis boys. Switching fields. Coming to Madison Henry on the near side, and Huffman is there with a touch out of bounds, and Corvallis will have another throw-in. Having to track the ball down. Throw in. Good and deep. And Von Dorsten smartly puts it back out of bounds. Whistles as Corvallis will substitute now. Mariah Hickey, I think, is the one going off the field. It's either Mariah Hickey or Lauren Criddle. Coming on is Megan Kirkland. So not sure who is in the keep for Corvallis. The two listed on the field. And we get a whistle, handball by Johnston. And a free kick coming for Corvallis, their first one of the game. So the official moving the wall back. Now the approach, and here's the boot into the box, and Megan Round with a save.
Nice save by Megan Newman.
Or Megan Newman, apologize. McKenna Round and Megan Newman. This one's going to be booted clear. And Corvallis trying to keep the possession on the breaker half of the field. And too much for Von Dorsten. Corvallis will have the throw in on the near side now. Here's the throw. And Walker with a touch out of bounds. Corvallis will rethrow. Good throw, and Walker with a header. Kopang will pick it up on the run. Kopang now with a touch, and Corvallis will take her off the ball. Brought to the near side. It is Lauren Criddle. And Kopang will chase it down as this one rolls out of bounds. Corvallis with the throw once again. Off the knee. Inadvertent handball, the official says. So Henry will control, switching fields to the far side now. Kirkland in the middle of the field. And Grace Daniels sends this one ahead, and it's a good boot. Weish is going to chase it down and drop it back to the keeper, and the keeper will have to come back and control it. Now it's back out to Weish. And Corvallis to work it. Into the box. Walker tries to make an attempt, and the Corvallis defense is there.
Walker showing off some skill.
And Corvallis will finally clear it to the sideline to slow the momentum of the Breakers. When these two teams met earlier this year, it was a close match. They play each other very tight. It's a great day for soccer here in Missoula, as we've got cloudy skies. Temperature was 43 degrees at opening kick. As Kopang fishes this one out from the creek. Here's the throw into the box. Nobody there to receive it. Corvallis with a touch, and it's picked up by Walker. Walker takes a crank from way outside. There's a deflection and corner kick coming for the Breakers.
Corner kick Breakers.
First one of the game.
Hot dogs, chips, a lot of love.
So Sidney Kopang will set up the corner. See if we can get a little tighter shot. Here's the volley, and it's across the front of the goal. Huffman will chase it down. We get a whistle. Free kick coming for Corvallis. Here's the touch on the ball, and they're going to come down the near sideline, Corvallis does. Centered. And it's Walker to pick it up. She's going to switch fields to Johnson, and Johnson switches it back. And the Corvallis defender will get to it before Kopang can. Over the chest of Von Dorsten and work to the sideline. Now fed ahead. And it's McKenna Round. Deflection. Emma Daniel gets a head on it, and it's picked up by Walker just inside the bubble. Walker with a trip, and this will be a free kick for the Breakers. Scoreless in the first 20 minutes of play. And a header to send Kopang. Keeper's going to come out. Kopang with a touch, and the keeper is there.
Nice save, Corvallis.
Good save by the Corvallis keeper.
King.
And it's at midfield. Out of bounds. Kopang to throw in. And Corvallis to control. They'll use the sideline, and the Breakers will have the throw in once again.
Peter Von Dorsten.
So Kopang to have the throw once again. This time into the box. Walker trying to work it, and it's dropped back, and it's going to be brought up. Kopang will come up on the ball, centers it to Daniel, and Daniel will drop it all the way back to Round. Round switching field. Corvallis with the pressure as Dahl goes down, and this one's rolled out of bounds, and we'll have a Breaker throw in.
By Aaron Dahl.
Walker to work at the middle of the field, sends it ahead to Kopang, but the Corvallis defense is there. And good footwork by King. Good job by Kopang, but Corvallis will have the throw in.
Good hustle by Sidney Kopang.
Substitutions coming for
Some Corvallis subs coming.
Corvallis.
Ella Dowd. Maria Hickey.
So Dowd and Hickey come in for Corvallis. Huffman gets a touch on the out-of-bound ball. This one's going to roll over the line, and the Breakers will get the throw in. Von Dorsten will take the throw. Kopang is there on the touch. Trying to turn it. Kopang goes down, and that will be a free kick coming for the Breakers. And Kopang will take the kick. And they're going to go ahead and put Kopang into play, and it'll be McKenna Round to take the kick. And she's going to send it ahead. Corvallis with a touch on it. Emma Daniel trying to make a play, and it's touched by Daniel, and Johnston is there. Johnston working the defensive side now. We get a whistle, and this is going to be a free kick coming for Corvallis. Here's the step on the kick, looking to switch fields, and Huffman is there with the body, but Corvallis will have control. Fed ahead and McKenna Round with a touch. Henry for Corvallis, and it's Walker now for Loyola. Walker with a touch ahead to Kopang. Kopang around the defender and goes to Daniel on the far side. Centered and cleared out. Corvallis with a good touch. McKenna Round will stop. Gives it off to Daniel, who's got some time. And Emma will feed it ahead to Kopang. Kopang with a nice little flick to herself. She's going to turn. Gives it off to Craig on the far side. Craig is picked up by Weish. Weish with a good shoulder to get Craig off the ball. And this is going to roll to the line, and Johnson will fight for it. We'll have a Corvallis throw in on the far side.
By the Breakers.
Emma Daniel with a touch to Kopang. Kopang with a little bit of space. She's going to turn the ball. And Corvallis with a touch to keep Kopang off. Now it's Walker. Walker works past one, now past two. Walker drives in. She's inside the box, and the Corvallis defender will step in. And now Johnston tries to get it ahead to Walker. And it's Craig to come up with it. Craig into the box. And she's picked up. We get a whistle, and Craig goes down. This is going to be a penalty kick coming for the Breakers. And it should be Sydney Kopang to take it, and that's exactly who it's going to be. So Sydney Kopang will set up the penalty kick. Here's the approach, and she's going to go far post. And the Breakers are on the board, 1-0 in the 14th minute on the penalty kick.
Yeah, that was a goal.
And the Breakers on top now. So Corvallis will reset at midfield. Kopang to pick up the deflection, sends it ahead for bombs, and Weish will chase it down. Weish to turn it on the right Breakers. Lechner steps in, but Weish will control up the sideline. Corvallis trying to make a run now. And Grace Daniel says, no, we'll stop it there. But Corvallis to regain control. Here's Huffman now. And Henry feeds it ahead, and McKenna Round gets a foot on it. And it's Emma Daniel. Emma Daniel looking to switch fields, and Weish steps in. Smartly puts a foot on it, out of bounds, and it's Breaker ball. Using the 12th man which is the sideline. Very smart thing to do on the soccer field. It allows you to slow down momentum and reset on your defensive side, as Corvallis will control the throw-in. Here's Kopang in the middle of the field. She'll give it off to Daniel. Daniel touches ahead to Bomas, and it's fought for with Carrasco. There's Walker. Walker trying to get around the defender. She's got a step, stops. She's got Kopang at the top, but Walker's going to go ahead and punch it, and this one's going to be a save for the keeper.
Nice goalkeeping. Corvallis. King.
We'll have to find out at halftime who the keeper is for Corvallis. Both their keepers listed are on the field as this one's touched. And they're going to say free kick coming for the Blue Devils. Battle won by the Breakers, but Corvallis will control on the deflection. Starting to get a little bit of a breeze here now. Throw in. Kopang is there, but the defender is as well. Huffman is there, and the keeper will pick it up on the roll. Drop kick coming. Huffman with a touch, and Von Dorsten sends it ahead to Walker. Walker with a turn, one on, little fancy footwork. Now Walker, she's going to come up, left foot, and Walker will punch it in the back of the net. Lady Walker for one in the 10th minute.
Von Dorsten bringing it very smartly out of the back. I think I even saw Coach Guest smiling.
Breakers lead 2-0. Corvallis trying to feed it ahead on the restart. Chased down, and Von Dorsten smartly puts it out of bounds to force a Corvallis throw-in. Good throw down the line. Huffman is there, battling with Hickey, and McKenna round. Ball dropped back, and Corvallis with a touch on it. They're going to feed it ahead to the far side, centered now, and McKenna round with a touch. There to pick it up is Dowd, Ella Dowd, and now Corvallis in control. Around Bomas, fed ahead, and McKenna round says, no, we'll try it again. So Corvallis runs up on it. It's Emma Daniel to pick it up on the run. Daniel with a turn and a little shoulder work. Daniel and Bomas will take it off the foot of Daniel. Now Bomas feeds it ahead to Walker. Walker with a touch to the middle of the field to Kopang. Kopang to the near side to Huffman. Huffman's going to bring it down the line. She's going to send it into the box, and the keeper will say,
midfield play by the Breakers.
We've got this one. And the drop kick coming.
Number 7.
Short drop kick right into the lap of Kopang, but Kopang cannot settle the ball, and Corvallis with a touch. Here's Von Dorsten. Kopang. And Kopang will let it roll to the end line. Throw in coming. Down the line to Walker, and Walker on the run. She's got one defender, Sierra Chavez, and Walker's going to give it off to the top to Kopang. Kopang settles, feeds it into Daniel. Daniel with a step, deflection, and Corvallis clears it out. All the way back to Grace Daniel.
Some great defense by Corvallis.
And Dahl fights for it with Hickey. Deflection, sends it into the breaker end of the field, and now switching fields. Huffman's going to chase it down. A touch, and it's going to roll to the end line. This will be a breaker throw-in. Von Dorsten will take it.
Breaker throw-in.
Good throw by Von Dorsten, but it's Henry with the touch for Corvallis. Centering it to Hickey, and Von Dorsten with a slight touch to the middle of the field, and Corvallis. Lechner now. Weish is there. Lechner once again ahead, and defense of Corvallis will get the touch on it and send it to the near line. Booted upfield before it can go out of bounds, and now Von Dorsten will have to touch it out of bounds. Corvallis with the throw-in. And the Blue Devils to rotate. Henry will come off, as well as Haley Lords.
Subbing in for Corvallis. Jessica
Bowes.
Kaylin Herbstritt.
And Kaylin Herbstritt. Here's the throw by Corvallis into the box. Huffman is there with the header, and she'll get a foot on it. It'll be out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw once again. Approaching the 5-minute mark, we're Breakers ahead 2-0. Breakers need points after the 15-1 push by Hamilton earlier this week. Another good solid throw into the box. Trying to center it to Hickey, and Lechner is there to clear it upfield. Walker chases it down, and it's picked up by Corvallis. Criddle is there. Walker, and they say Breaker throw in. Walker says
Laney Walker.
it'll be Kopang to take the throw. Going to Walker. Walker with a head. And touched by Corvallis. Corvallis is going to send it to the near sideline. Walker is there to contend, and this will be a Corvallis throw-in. Contest, I should say, not contend. Huffman. Kopang fighting for it, but Hickey is going to switch fields. Boaz is there. And Grace Daniel will chase it down. Boaz with a shoulder, and they're going to say free kick coming for the Breakers. 4 minutes left as Kopang comes back to take the kick, and the ball set up right behind the pole conveniently. You can probably just see the ball outside the pole there to the right. Here's Kopang with the volley. Going to Huffman. Huffman's with a touch to settle it. Emma Daniel is there, and Hickey picks it up for Corvallis. Boaz on the far side. On the run is Herbstritt. Touched by the Breakers to slow down the run, and Grace Daniel will punch it back into the Blue Devils side of the field and smartly put it out of bounds by Chavez. Throw in, touched upfield by Corvallis. Grace Daniel is there, sends it ahead. Henry. And now Hickey will go to Boaz. Grace Daniel will pick up the deflection. Trying to send it ahead to Walker. Walker with a touch to control. Now to Kopang. Kopang comes to Huffman on the near side, and now Huffman will go ahead and chase it down. And it's into the box. The keeper will punch it out. Kopang with a touch. Out of bounds, and this is going to be a Breaker throw-in. Kopang with the throw. Trying to go to Huffman. Walker is there as well. Walker with the turn inside the box. A touch back inside. Sets it up at the top of the box. Lechner is there with the deflection. It's across the front of the box, and that one's picked up by the keeper.
Beautiful cross. A shot by Lechner.
Drop kick. Short. Emma Daniel is there with a header. She'll continue to battle. And it will be Criddle who will get the touch out of bounds. So Grace Daniel will come up for the throw-in. Weish is there, and Emma Daniel sends it ahead. Walker on the run. Walker with 2 defenders. Walker with a step, and Walker will take the shot in the back of the net. Lainey Walker inside the 2-minute stoppage time.
Lady Walker showing us what her right leg is meant for.
PA announcer getting a little excited on the goal call. And we've got, looks like a Corvallis Blue Devil down on the field. Everybody huddling up, and she's laying on her belly. She hasn't been rolled over onto her back as of yet. So we'll go ahead and step aside for a timeout as Missoula Bone and Joint takes a look at the injured player on the field. We'll be back in just a moment on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Plonk. It's a unique bar and restaurant in Bozeman. It was a big financial decision to find the right bank for our growing business. We decided on Opportunity Bank of Montana. They have great mobile banking, which is good, because we're always on the go. I already had a home mortgage with them, with great interest rates. We met with Bert, our new banker, our friend, and now we have a second restaurant in Missoula. It was a great opportunity.
Construction is tough work. Lonebro is an energy services company with more than 900 employees. Lonebro's third largest expense was health insurance.
Payne West partnered with Lonebro to create a health and wellness program. Lonebro built an in-house gym, and together we developed a biometric screening program.
Since initiating our program, our employees are happier, healthier, and more productive, and our costs are lower.
Payne West Insurance, a partner in the health of your business.
Welcome back to MPSN as the injured player is being escorted off the field. Haven't seen a number yet. Hope she's all right though. These young ladies are students before athletes. We want to make sure that they are taken care of and healthy.
Lauren Criddle shaking up.
Lauren Criddle.
She's all right. She's having a good game.
So we come back to midfield to reset the ball after the Lainey Walker goal. Inside the 2-minute stoppage time, which will be extended due to the injury. Corvallis trying to put the pressure on the breakers. Lechner with a touch, and it's King in the middle of the field. Bomas and Kopang will feed it ahead. Nice job by Corvallis, though, to put a touch on it, and Von Dorsten will have the throw-in for the breakers. And we'll have substitutions as Johnston and Craig come back in, and Lechner and Bomas will come off. Here's Von Dorsten, deflection, and Walker with a good move, and it's out of bounds. Walker looked like she was going to strike the ball, put her defender into the air, and then had a light touch, but after a good heavy boot on it, it's out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw-in. Here's King to send it ahead. Round will pick it up, and Round's going to try to switch fields. But Corvallis is there on the defense. Emma Daniel with a good step into the ball. Trying to come to Huffman on the near side. King runs it down. Weish is there. And we get a whistle. This is going to go against Lainey Walker. A free kick coming for the Blue Devils. Right on top of that Breast Cancer Pink 50-yard line, or 50 at the 50-yard line. There's a header to send it into the zone, and this is the most action that Megan King has had all day. Or Megan Newman. I don't know why I keep saying Megan King. I kind of do, because it rolls off the tongue easily, because Missoula Maverick and Sentinel Spartan football player Bo King's mom is Megan King, so we'll get that switched to Megan Newman, though. Huffman on the defense, centered to Kopang, picked up by King. Huffman in the middle of the field, and it's picked up by Henry. Henry's going to feed it ahead to Hickey. Hickey with a good run on the far side. She's picked up by Grace Daniel, centered, and Dahl. Dahl will take the player off the ball, and it's out of bounds. And Weiss will throw in for Corvallis. Emma Daniel fighting for it. Inadvertently goes down. Hickey with it now at the top. Step off, and Breakers have it. We get a whistle, and that is halftime. So the Loyola Breakers get the big lead at halftime, 3-0 over the Corvallis Blue Devils. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we will have a little halftime info. You're listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Garden of Reading has a large stock of books, gifts, music, toys, and more. Stop into Sacred Grounds for their full-service coffee bar featuring Missoula's best gourmet coffee. While you're there, pick up a pound of Garden of Reading's award-winning fudge and get a half pound for free. Garden of Reading is Missoula's home for the best dietary supplement, Define 8. Garden of Reading is located at 2621 Brook Street. Garden of Reading is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
The Round Carlino Investment Planning Group of D.A. Davison & Company is a proud supporter of Loyola Sacred Heart Athletics. D.A. Davison & Company is your hometown investment team. As certified financial planners, Ray Round and Sidney Carlino create smart strategy of wealth planning and investment management. Take advantage of the largest full-service investment firm in the Northwest and Ray and Sidney's experience. Call 543-8244 today. D.A. Davison & Company, member SIPC, the strength of advice.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Lunch and dinner 7 days a week. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network, where the Loyola Breakers lead the Corvallis Blue Devils 3-0 at the end of the first half, and a good half of play. Just because the score says 3-0 doesn't mean that there was great play on the field, as the Corvallis Blue Devils, with some good press against these Breakers. We'll step aside for 3 minutes. When we come back, we'll have some stats for you at halftime. You're listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Round Carlino Investment Planning Group of D.A. Davison & Company is a proud supporter of Loyola Sacred Heart Athletics. D.A. Davison & Company is your hometown investment team. As certified financial planners, Ray Round and Sidney Carlino create smart strategy of wealth planning and investment management. Take advantage of the largest full-service investment firm in the Northwest and Ray and Sidney's experience. Call 543-8244 today. D.A. Davison & Company, member SIPC, the strength of advice.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Welcome back to MPSN as we're at halftime between the Loyola Breakers and the Corvallis Blue Devils, where the Breakers have the scoreboard 3-0. Looking at stats before we get there, though, I got the scoop on who the official keeper is in for Corvallis, and it is Daphne Reynoso, a junior at 5'6", normally plays on the defensive side, but she's got a slight injury from what I've heard, so to kind of keep her healthy, they went ahead and put her in the goal, and they put Kirkland and King out in the field. For stats here at halftime, the Corvallis Blue Devils, no goals off of 2 shots, and they'd have a single corner kick. Reynoso with 4 saves. For the Breakers, it would be 3 goals off of 9 shots, 1 corner kick, and Megan Newman with 1 save. It'd be Sydney Kopang to put the ball in the back of the net first in the 14th minute on the penalty kick, and then Lainey Walker in the 10th and inside the 2-minute stoppage time. It would be an even slate on free kicks, as each team would have 5, and goal kicks in favor of Corvallis 4-1. We're going to go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we'll have your second half right here on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
The Round Carlino Investment Planning Group of D.A. Davison & Company is a proud supporter of Loyola Sacred Heart Athletics. D.A. Davison & Company is your hometown investment team. As certified financial planners, Ray Round and Sidney Carlino create smart strategy of wealth planning and investment management. Take advantage of the largest full-service investment firm in the Northwest and Ray and Sidney's experience. Call 543-8244 today. D.A. Davison & Company, member SIPC, the strength of advice.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Had a little visit from Coach Burns of the Loyola Rams football program. What a great guy he is. A lot of fun. Went with the Rams to football program to Colstrip last year, and on the bus on the way back after the win by the Rams over Colstrip, well, they were having some fun with the coaches and doing some silly text messages out to the coaches after the win, trying to bug them a little bit. We're going to get going here for the second half between the Breakers and the Blue Devils, where the Breakers lead 3-0. Needing points to stay at the top of conference standings due to the 15-1 win for Hamilton last week. 10-1 at halftime. Can't believe that they would didn't switch goalies out, didn't do anything. They just kept the gas pedal down and kept rolling. The Breakers will have the ball to start the second half. And there's the whistle to start play. We are underway in the second half. Breakers with the ball, and Walker's going to send this one ahead with Kopang on the run. It's dropped in. Kopang is there, and the keeper will have to pick it up off of Kopang's foot. And a save for Reynoso. And the officials are going to come together and discuss this, and I love it when the officials do that. I mean, that is such a key thing to make sure everybody's on the same page. And we're going to have a discussion inside the box. Penalty kick will be served. They're going to say a free kick inside the box. Corvallis is going to get the opportunity to set up a wall. What a turn of events for the Breakers. A free kick inside the box. That allows a wall to be set up right inside the box. Reynoso setting up the wall on the far post. She'll set up on the right post and take anything in the middle. Walker with a touch and a good save by Reynoso.
Nice save.
Good job by the keeper, and this one's sent out down the field on the drop kick. And now the Breakers will try to keep this one out of their zone as Walker has the touch. Center to Emma Daniel, and now Hickey will turn it for Corvallis. Hickey to push it down the near sideline. She's picked up by Grace Daniel. Now it'll be centered, and here's a shot on goal high over Newman's head. And Corvallis looking to turn the tables. Good defensive stand for the Blue Devils on this end, preventing any type of goal. Here's the touch to Walker. Walker turns it back inside. She picks up 3 defenders and works it around all 3. Now she's going to send it ahead. Kopang is onside. Header by the defender. And Kopang will continue to fight for it. Now the defender, Weish with a touch. Lechner is there. And Kopang will pick it up. Kopang now on the turn. Stops. A touch, and now Emma Daniel. And looking to clear it out. Corvallis on the push. McKenna Round is there. She'll kick it to the far sideline, and good defensive possession for
nice play by McKenna Round.
The Breakers to use the 12th man. So Corvallis to throw in. Blue Devils have had opportunities. And the throw in cleared out of the box. Weish is there. Kopang and Weish, and now Kopang. She'll turn it in. This one's going to be deflected right off of the defender's face. We get a whistle. That was Francis Carrasco. And they're going to say, let's go ahead and substitute Carrasco. And they'll check in on her. It's a safety thing, you know, with concussion protocol, and there's so much attention that is made to concussions with football. I'm here to tell you, folks, football is not the only sport that you have to worry about that. Growing up playing soccer, I played soccer from age 5 all the way up to 19. I played for the Olympic Development Program. Played for City League, Strikers, everything through the high school years. And we're going to have a drop kick now on the bubble. Be Lainey Walker and Michaela King, and Walker will have the touch to win it. Walker will feed it ahead, but for myself, by the time and then here's the keeper to punch it out of bounds once again. Good job by Reynoso to step up there.
Play by keeper King.
And so I was diagnosed with 4 concussions as a soccer player before I turned 16. Not to mention all the ones that slipped by undiagnosed. But 4 concussions before I turned 16. 2 my senior year playing soccer, as Walker is taken down, a free kick coming just outside the box for the Breakers. And 1 concussion, folks. We were playing Big Sky. It was fall soccer. We're playing against Sentinel right there next to St. Pat's. Community. As Kopang is going to take this kick. Here's the volley by King. She's going to send it in, and that one's going to go off the crossbar. Goal kick coming. Good attempt by Kopang. But one of my concussions, folks, I actually took one to the head, took a foot to the head trying to clear a ball out. I had stitches in the emergency room at St. Pat's, or Community, I apologize, as this one's cleared out. Had stitches done. Went back before the second half started with stitches in and a concussion diagnosed. We were down a player. We had a player go down, and I ran in and played the last 20 minutes of the game with stitches and a concussion. That's a difference of how the attention has been made to the concussion awareness.
Nice pass, Emma Daniels.
And this one's fed ahead, out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw-in. I come from the era of just rub some dirt on it and get back in there, son. And things have definitely changed. More awareness, which is a good thing. And this one gets by McKenna Round. And Dahl will use the sideline. You see the Corvallis boys warming up, gathered up on the far sideline. They'll have the 1 o'clock game against the Rams. As we tick away here. Good throw in down the far sideline. Von Dorsten's fighting for it, and this one's fed in, and we'll have a offsides call. And a free kick coming for the Breakers. And it looks like we've got some Breaker celebrity in as McKenna Gunther is here watching. McKenna Gunther, a standout defensive player for the Breakers, as Hickey's going to make the run. She's going to take the shot, and it gets past Megan Newman. Corvallis is on the board with the Hickey goal in the 33rd minute. And that puts the Devils on the board.
Kaylin Herbstrich.
Herbstrich is who had the goal. That was a 5 and not an 8. The old eyes playing tricks on me. So things reset at midfield, and now the Breakers will make the run. Kopang inside, and she's going to go down. Whistle, and this is going to be a free kick coming for the Breakers. And I'll put the Blue Devils goal on the board. Walker's going to take the free kick. She's lethal with both legs. Right-footed boot into the box. This one's high and into the back of the goal over the keeper's head. And in the 31st minute,
brings it to 4-1.
Lainey Walker will pick up the hat trick to make it 4-1. And substitutions coming for the Breakers as Bombs and Lechner will come off. That'll bring in Johnston and Craig for the Breakers. And Corvallis now with the reset at midfield. They're going to go ahead, and Hickey's going to punch this one forward. Herbstrich's going to run it down, and Newman says, nope, this one's mine. And we'll have a drop kick coming. So action to start the second half, and here's Walker taking off the ball and fed ahead. Now Craig will come up onto it. Craig with a touch at the top of the box and a push off. Walker will control, and we get a whistle, and this is going to go against the Breakers. A free kick coming for Corvallis. Just at the top of the box. Good boot. Hickey to control, and it's not kept in bounds on the far side. So the Breakers will get a throw in. Very quickly is Huffman on the throw. And out of bounds, this will be Corvallis throwing, and they'll go very quickly. McKenna Round will have to chase it down. She'll punch it back out of bounds. And Corvallis will throw again. Here's the throw down the line on the far side. McKenna Round stepping in with a touch, and Craig will pick it up. And Corvallis will take her off the wall. Walker gets the deflection, now sends it ahead. Kopang is there. Defender with a touch. King to get it to the sideline, and now it's upfield. Huffman, and another deflection. Walker, and Huffman's going to chip this one ahead this time. Stepping up is Chavez. And Huffman.
Craig showing some good hustle. She is a fantastic
Corvallis with the throw-in.
In her spare time.
Here's the throw-in. I'm going to back up and retry it now. Good hard throw down the far sideline. Huffman gets a touch on it. Van Dorsten is there, and it's sent back into the box, and Dahl will go ahead and kick it into the bushes. And a throw-in coming.
Nice play by Aaron Dahl.
So Corvallis to have the throw-in once again. Threat inside the breaker zone. Here's a throw into the box. Corvallis will chip it into the box across the face of the goal. Chased down and kicked out of bounds. Corvallis with a throw-in on the near side now. Good job by Grace Daniel to use that.
It was a nice cross by Corvallis.
12th man. Here's a good throw-in into the box. And it's Emma Daniel. She's going to feed it ahead, and Walker with a touch. She's got Johnson in front of her. Now Walker with a run. Defender is there, and Walker will center it up. Here's Kopang now. Kopang will pick it up with Weish right on her heels. A touch back inside. Kopang trying to center it. Defender is there, and Kopang sends it into the box, and this one's picked up
by the Breakers. Nice shot, Sydney Kopang.
Saved by Reynoso, and she's going to roll it right out to Weish on the near side. Weish sends it ahead, touched out of bounds, and the Breakers will have the throw-in. Rams warming up on the softball field to the left of us. This Loyola Athletic Complex. We've got Rollin Field, which serves as the home for Ram football, and Loyola and Ram soccer, or Breaker and Ram soccer is the out of bounds, and we'll have substitutions coming in for Corvallis. And then to the left of us, we've got the Breaker softball field, and to the left of that is the Sister Rita Mudd Athletic Center, the RAC as we like to call it around here. Fighting, and this one's going to roll out of bounds. Breakers with the throw-in. Kopang to take the throw. Kopang's got a good strong arm. As you can see, as she tosses that one almost into the box down the line. Johnson is there, touched out of bounds, and this will be throw-in for Corvallis. And Weish very quickly trying to get it to Hickey. And Herbstreit is there. Johnston with a touch on it. And centered. Walker will pick it up, and Walker's going to turn it. Good touch by the defender. That's King, and out of bounds. We'll have a Breaker throw-in on the far sideline. Walker controlling. Emma Daniel sends it ahead for Walker. Walker will chase it down with 2 on. Now she picks up a third defender. Walker with a touch, and that's going to roll over the line. We'll have a goal kick coming for Corvallis. Here's the kick ahead. Von Dorsten is there. Feeds it ahead to Walker behind the pole. Walker turns around one defender. And Weish is there to stop the advance. It's Emma Daniel to pick it up now for the Breakers. She'll send it ahead to Huffman on the far side. Huffman to work it up. She's got 2 inside. Huffman will be taken down, and we'll have a free kick coming.
Got a little too much of the player there.
Huffman will come back up. And they're going to go ahead and serve a yellow card. I want to say that's Criddle that picked up the yellow card. We'll see if the PA announcer has a different call on it. So Kopang will set up for the free kick on the far side. We'll expand the view so you can kind of see what's going on for the action. Official gets everybody set. There's the whistle, and Kopang on the approach. Sends it into the box, deflection, and the keeper Not able to hold it down. Drop back out, and Kopang with a touch. Hickey's there to defend, and a deflection will put it out of bounds. Breakers will have a throw-in. Trying to go to Emma Daniel, and the defense will clear it out. Grace Daniel says, no, let's keep it down on that end. And it's Walker with it at the top of the box. She's going to have a high chip over the crossbar. Had that been a football field, that would have been for 3.
Just a bit outside.
So another goal kick coming for Corvallis, and this time Reynoso will take the kick. Comes to the near side. Kopang with the deflection and the touch. Kopang across the top of the box, feeds it to Huffman. Huffman centers it up. Craig is there onside. Craig with a touch, and the keeper will have the pickup on the roll.
By the Breakers.
Walker with a touch. Kopang to control. Feeds it to Huffman. Defender will step up, and this one's going to roll to the far sideline out of bounds, and the Breakers will have another throw in.
Breaker throw.
We'll have the boys up here at 1 o'clock as we tick towards halfway through the second half. Be Von Dorsten to have the throw in. Got to fish the ball out from underneath the bleachers on the far side. Here's a throw. Good throw by Von Dorsten, and it's kicked upfield. Dahl will try to stall it out, and it's going to be Grace Daniel who will have control. Kopang steps up. Weish and Kopang both go down. No whistle, inadvertent. And it's brought up by Dowd on the near sideline. Dowd sends it ahead. Hickey will chase it down. Here is Grace Daniel. Hickey puts it in, and Newman with a good save.
Drive by Corvallis. Shut down by keeper Newman.
And that's the second save of the game, the first of the half for Megan Newman. Good chest stall by Weish to control the ball, but it comes down on the feet of Emma Daniel. Looking to switch fields. Huffman is there in a dangerous play that puts a Corvallis girl on the ground, and they're going to say this is a free kick in favor of Corvallis as Haley Lords goes down. Well, I don't know about that one, but you know what? I'm here with the microphone, and the guys in the bright yellow jerseys are down there with the whistles, so I'll let them make the call. Here's the kick, a high chip into the box, and Newman with it on the bounce.
Nice save by
Drop
Newman.
kick. Weish will chase it down. Kopang is there. Walker as well, and Walker will get the touch to control. Walker's going to turn it. Steps back inside. Touched by Corvallis. Emma Daniel just lets it roll to her feet. Feeds it ahead. Kopang and Weish will deflect it out. Now Hickey with a stall to gain control. Chased down by Emma Daniel. It's Dowd down the sideline, and Emma Daniel will take Dowd off the ball. Grace Daniel there to help out. And this one's up the sideline.
By Emma Daniels.
And picked up by the defender. Turned back in, and Weish cannot control it. We'll have a breaker throw in. Just under halfway through the second half. Breakers owning the scoreboard. 4-1. Emma Daniel with a knee on it, and Corvallis will clear it out. Now Corvallis trying to push it centered. Dahl is there, a good deflection. And Corvallis is Hickey with it. Hickey trying to turn it inside, and Grace Daniel doing a good job. This one's off the crossbar. Goal kick coming for the Breakers. The third of the game, second of the half.
Lily Bomas checking into the game.
Lily Bomas coming in for the Breakers. Looks like Lechner's going to come in as well. And Newman waiting for the kick. Official says we can go, and now actually Craig's going to come off, and Hannah
Daniels having a great game.
Emma Daniels coming off. This one's sent into the box, and Newman will get it on the roll. Drop kick. Walker trying to get position, and Corvallis with control. It's sent back into the breaker zone. Chased down by Grace Daniel, and she'll gracefully put it out of bounds. So Corvallis to have the throw, but they will have a substitution. Weish didn't see the substitution coming. Looks like Michaela King's going to come off. And now Weish will have the throw in. Grace Daniel is there. Touched by Corvallis, and this one's going to roll out. Goal kick coming.
Breakers by Megan Newman. She is very good at washing dishes.
Here's Newman with the kick. Comes to the near side. Bombas is there. Last touch by Bombas, and Corvallis will have the throw in. Weish very quickly down the sideline. And it's going to roll to the end line. Grace Daniel is there. Fed into the box, and Newman will pick it up on the roll.
Nice save by Newman.
Megan Newman getting plenty of work in the second half as Corvallis is pushing the issue. And now it's going to be pushed upfield. Johnson is there. She's going to try to center it up for Bombas and Corvallis. There's Huffman with a lot of hustle, has just Giselle Huffman. Weish will get it. Walker is there. A whiff by Weish, and that'll allow Walker to pick up the ball. Walker with one on from behind has it taken off the foot. And now Kopang will try to do the same thing as Kopang between the legs of the defender, Henry. And now Kopang with Weish trailing. Kopang sends it into the box, and this one will be kicked over the line, and we'll have a corner kick coming for the Breakers. It'll be Kopang to take the corner. First one of the half for either side. That's how tight in the middle of the field this game has been played. So Kopang sets the ball on the end line of the half circle. Sends it into the box. A volley back of the goal. It's Johnston. Now Huffman fights for it. It's going to be another goal kick or corner kick coming, this time on the opposite side. And it'll be Lainey Walker to take the corner. So Walker with the ball set up. She's going to volley this one in, and Bombas is there with the header. Weish trying to clear it out. It's going to come down the near sideline out of bounds, and the Breakers will have a throw-in. Just under 14 minutes left to play as Bombas will take the throw. This will be Kopang, actually. I apologize. Walker is there. Weish comes up with it. Weish turns. Walker keeps fighting for it between the legs of a couple of defenders. Walker keeps the ball on foot. Now Kopang. She's going to strike it. And this one will get by the front of the net. Goal kick coming for Corvallis. Substitution set for the Blue Devils.
Nice passing by the Breakers.
Good boot up. Huffman is there. Johnston to control. Feeds it ahead to Huffman, but cleared back out. Corvallis on the run now with the fast break. Feeds it ahead. McKenna Round gets a foot on it. Down the far sideline. McKenna Round will chase it down with one, and she's going to kick it out of bounds.
Nice
throw in coming. Good defensive play by McKenna Round.
Head coach for Corvallis, David Mosch.
So Megan Newman's going to set up the free kick. And this one won by Corvallis. Into the box and a shot back of the net.
It's a beautiful shot by Corvallis.
Looks like Madison.
Off the post and in. Beautiful goal.
So the Devils get back on the board in the 12th minute. Dowd with the goal. And it's 4-2 as I did not put the last Breaker goal up. I apologize, Breaker fans, as we reset the ball at midfield. Emma Daniel trying to send it. And it's picked up by Corvallis. Good stall on the sideline. And this is going to be a deflection right back into the face. And they're going to go ahead and bring her right off the field. I believe that is Francis Carrasco. From this angle, it looked like it came off the face, but could be off the gut. Those ones are harsh. That might be Criddle again. Can't see the number, as they're going to set her down right on the sideline. See if we can get, that is number 6. That's Criddle. So they'll take care of her, and a drop kick coming now between King and Walker. There's the kick, and Walker will gain control. Walker's going to go ahead and push it around the defender. Steps over the defender. Now Walker to push it upfield. Defender is there, out of bounds, and the Breakers will have a throw-in. Inside 10 minutes. Corvallis making it interesting, 4-2.
Breaker throw in.
Here's Walker with the push. He's going to try to center it.
It's a beautiful cross by Laney Walker.
And Kirkland is there for Corvallis, as well as Bomas for the Breakers. Emma Daniel will come up with it. Daniel sends it into the box, and
great hustle by Lily Bomas.
Cleared out by the keeper Reynoso, and it is Henry. Kirkland's going to let it come to her off of the knee of Bomas, and substitutions coming for both sides. Looks like Lechner is going to come back in.
Got some subs coming in.
As well as one Corvallis player. Weiss set for the throw-in. Chilly day here in Missoula. Great day for a soccer game, though. I love these chilly days when we were on the soccer field. I didn't like the summer games. I like the spring and the fall games. As Grace Daniel's going to take the throw-in. Favorite soccer game played was in the fall against Bozeman. It was a playoff game. Big Sky versus Bozeman, and this one's fed into the Breaker zone. Newman's going to go ahead and come up and pick it up. but it was against Bozeman, a playoff game. When we got over the pass in Butte, it started to snow as we got to the bottom of the pass, and it continued to snow all the way through. Before the game started, they had began to shovel the field off because there was 3 inches of snow on the field. And when the game started, they only had a quarter of the field cleared off. They stopped at each 10-minute mark, as this one is Hickey up the line. Grace Daniel with a good touch on it to put it out of bounds. And into the box, and Dahl will turn it. Hickey is there, as well as Emma Daniel, and Emma Daniel is going to go ahead and put this one out for a throw-in for Corvallis. So they went ahead and shoveled the midfield line, the 18 and the 6-yard line, as Newman has this one over her head. It's Hickey in the 7th minute. And it's now 4-3 Breakers, as Corvallis is jumping on here at the end. But that game was probably the funnest game I ever played in, due to the fact that when you had a slide for a slide tackle, you would slide for a good 15-20 yards. Battling back. Kopang with a throw in. Now the Breakers with some sort of urgency as it's battled for. Walker tries to center it. Emma Daniel, and it's now touched by Corvallis, and it's Hickey on the run. Hickey will be chased down as she feeds it off to Henry. Henry picked up by Grace Daniel. And Emma Daniel will punch it out of bounds to slow down the advance. Corvallis trying to force a tie here as King battles with Kopang, and Kopang gets the touch. It's Chavez. Chavez tied up with Bomas. Bomas by herself. Chavez with the touch. King will chase it down. It'll be Huffman to punch it into the zone, and the Corvallis keeper will pick it up on the run. Lechner is there. It'll get by Lechner, and Henry with a whiff, and Lainey Walker with a touch in the middle of the field. She'll turn it back to the inside. She has got such great ball handling skills, and she's pushed from behind. Amelia Jessup with a push on Walker, and that will set up the free kick. 7 on the half.
Lainey Walker on the ball.
And Walker will take the free kick. Inside 5 minutes. Here's the volley by Walker. Good high kick, and that one is in the back of the net.
It's a beautiful shot.
Lainey Walker in the 4th minute. And the Breakers go ahead and extend the lead 5-3 against Corvallis. And our time is off just a little bit on the clock, as they did stop at some point. 4:15 on the clock on the field. And play is reset. And a little bit of urgency as we reset the clock. Henry sends it, and it's off the back of Emma Daniel. Weish will have the throw for Corvallis. Emma Daniel. Corvallis picks it up, and it's sent back into the zone. Walker is there to collect it and boots it ahead. A header. And Kopang now. Touch to Huffman. Huffman will send it ahead. Touch by Corvallis. And Corvallis with the push, and Grace Daniel is going to go ahead and kick it back upfield. Kopang will pick it up just as it crosses midfield, and Weiss is there to get a touch on it. King, the good foot.
Good defense by Corvallis.
And chased down on the far side, it's Boas. And going down is the defender. Boas is going to get a chance to reset. McKenna Round is there. At the top is Hickey, and here comes Lanny Walker to punch it out of bounds to stop the onslaught. We move inside the 3-minute mark, very quickly thrown in. It's Henry back to Weiss. Weiss trying to center. Kopang gets there with Hickey and taken off the ball. Kopang sends it ahead to Bomas. Bomas all by herself and picked up by Chavez. Turn now. Corvallis. King sends it deep to the near sideline. Chased down. Out of bounds. And we'll have a Corvallis throw in. Coming to that 2-minute stoppage time as Weiss will throw it in very quickly to Hickey. Hickey will turn with 2 defenders, and it's punched over the line. Throw in once again.
Clock's at 2 minutes.
And we are at the 2-minute stoppage time. Throw in, and McKenna Round says, let's do that again. Here's the throw to Weiss to Hickey. Weiss will pick it up. Emma Daniel is there to turn it. And sent back in. Daniel is there. She's going to punch it out of bounds, and that will force play on a throw-in. Daniel, high kick across the middle of the field, I should say. Huffman now with a foot to air it out. Weiss is there. Lechner with a touch, and this is out of bounds. It'll be another Blue Devil throw-in. To take the throw will be Chavez. Breeze coming up and chilling things off. Weiss will keep it inbounds. Walker there to fight against Henry. And touched out of bounds. So the Breakers are content with just playing this one on throw-ins with a 5-3 lead. Emma Daniel with a touch on it. Bomas is there, but it's picked up by Carrasco. It's King now in the middle of the field, and Walker gets a touch on it. Bomas on the far side. Now Corvallis to control, and Walker just steps in and takes the girl off the ball. Fed back into the Corvallis zone, out of bounds, and no, they keep it in. Just settling on the line there. Emma Daniel fighting for it. Emma's going to go ahead and switch fields, but Corvallis is there.
Hustle by Emma Daniels.
And it's Walker with the touch. Now up the far sideline is Huffman. Huffman will go ahead and put it into the box. And we're going to have offsides called on the Breakers. Only the 3rd free kick of the game for Corvallis. Good punch. Emma Daniel is there, but settled by Corvallis. And on the run is Herbstritt. Herbstritt puts it into the box, and here comes Megan Newman on the roll. Newman will wait for traffic. And the drop kick to the middle of the field. King is there for Corvallis with a touch. Fed back in. Dahl with a stop, and Grace Daniel to Lechner to the middle of the field. And picked up by Corvallis. They're going to go ahead and drop it back to midfield to reset. Huffman is there, out of bounds, and we'll have a throw-in for Corvallis. Good throw down the line. It'll be Von Dorsten, and Von Dorsten will put it out. And a corner kick coming for Corvallis now.
Corner kick for Corvallis.
As time winds down, that's their first one of the half, second of the game. Very quickly is Corvallis trying to get the ball into play now. on the corner. See if we can bring this in a little bit tighter. Here's the volley. Deflection. Corvallis is there, a touch, and it's kicked out by Walker to the near sideline. Corvallis with the throw-in. Dahl will use the 12th man, kicks it out of bounds, and Weish will hustle to get the throw, and the official says there's no time. That's game. Loyola Breakers get the win 5-3 to maintain control of their destiny. So we'll have the boys up here at 1 o'clock. We hope that you come back and tune in. You've been listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.